Hi, this is Tyler Khimani from Eargasm Media. I'm here with Scrappy Doo, the producer. He recently dropped an EP in October on the 14th called Young, Gifted, and Black. So, of course, she named it after the track Young, Gifted, and Black by Nina Simone. What made you name it Young, Gifted, and Black?
Well, the track is by Aretha Franklin, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and but the motivation behind it was, well, I released it on October 14th because that was the day my oldest brother passed.
Okay.
And he passed in 09, and he was trying to rap, and he was good. He was getting good, and we saw the potential in him, and he died before his time. And so I wanted to release it on that day, just as one, in honor of him, and then two, just because I feel like I can continue what he was striving to do. I'm not a rapper, but the talent and the gift and the music he was striving for is what I'm striving for. So I released it on that date. And my brother, he raps, actually.
Okay.
And he goes by K Sankofa. If you can check his SoundCloud page out. He got on the title track, Young, Gifted, and Black, in honor of my brother. So we kind of did that together.
Okay.
And this is also my very first release ever. So I just wanted to make a statement, that I'm young, gifted, and black, and this is what I'm trying to do.
Were you nervous about it being your first release?
Yeah, for sure, because you just don't know. You don't know. Like, to me, it sounds good. It sounds great. It sounds dope. But so I'm listening to my headphones. I listen to it in the car, wherever. I think it's dope. But putting it out there and getting reactions from people, and so that was really, this whole project is a culmination of me getting over that. So absolutely, I was nervous, but the actual me putting it out was me telling myself, you can do this. Like, this is something that you can do, and this is something you're gifted at and you're talented at. And so that's why when I try to tweet it out or promote it, I say, look, if you don't like it, I appreciate you trying to listen. If you do like it, I appreciate you giving it the time. And if you just listen to it one time and go about the rest of your life never hearing it again, I'm okay with that too. I just want you to give it a shot. And if you like it, I thank you. And if you don't, give me feedback on how I can get better. So
have you gotten some good feedback so far?
Yeah, I have. And that was the funny part, because when I dropped it or when I released it, I didn't know what people were gonna say. I didn't know what people were gonna think. I knew my family was gonna be like, oh man, you got a little talent, but that's expected from family. If it was trash in my family, they would have still supported me.
Yeah. So
hearing from people that really, I don't even really know, like just random Twitter followers, or I went to USC's homecoming tailgate, and they were like, hey, you made the Young, Gifted, and Black EP, and I'm like,
whoa.
like I had no idea. So it's cool, man. It's just cool that people are receptive to it, and they're giving me good feedback on it.
That's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You have a lot of samples on this EP. Yeah. It's actually really dope. How do you pick out songs to sample into your beats? Man,
that just comes from like parents and grandparents and uncles and aunties always playing music. So like at my core, I'm definitely like an oldies kind of guy, and I love just from like the 50s to like the 80s in terms of R&B and soul and whatever the case may be, whatever genre it is. I just love those times in music, because the instruments were so potent. Now you can literally make a song that's all synth and fake drums, and that's a song. But you couldn't do that 40 years ago. It had to be some type of instrument, some type of actual drummer, a saxist, a guitarist, a bass player, whatever it was. And so what I want to do, and what I'm striving to do, is taking the essence of that era, where the instruments were the highlight of the song, and infusing it to where I don't sound outdated in my production. So it's like I'm not producing tracks for guys that are like 40 and 50.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, right. But so I'm staying current, but I'm also not forgetting where black music came from.
Yeah.
Because to be great at something, I believe you have to respect the origin. And I think a lot of production now doesn't respect the origin of black music. It's just a lot of, heavy 808s and high hairs and a couple high piano keys, and then you got a hit basically now.
Yeah. Do you think that's why it sounds so repetitive?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not. I don't want to call it a knock. It's not a knock. It's just my perspective on it. I would never make trap music, or I would never do anything like that. But it's not a knock to trap music producers. They have their lane and they do what they do. But to me, I like my music, I like the instrumentals to be like the lyrics. I like substance all around. So I don't want the lyrics to be great and then the music to be lackluster, and I don't want the music to be lackluster, or I don't want the music to be great and the lyrics to be lackluster.
Yeah.
So I think it all works together.
I feel you. So what type of songs do you really catch your ear? I understand that you like 50s and like soulful music. So what stands out to you when you're going through samples and you looking for a track to make a beat off of?
Well, the thing about a lot of those tracks back then is they had a really long intros.
Mm-hmm.
So like I sampled the OJs, I sampled Backstabbers.
Mm-hmm.
That intro, to me, that intro is one of the greatest intros ever. Like just the build up, and then the drama behind the horns, it just sounds very cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's really what I look for. Initially that's what I look for, is what can I take out of the intro and kind of flip it, to where it's not sounding jumbled, like I'm just putting things anywhere, to where it kind of like flows as its own track. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a Picasso painting, where this part of the track comes together to make a different section of a song that you never thought was possible. And so that's how I try to approach it. And then other than that, I know growing up in just being in church a lot when I was younger, higher registers catch people's attention. Mm-hmm. So when you hear, that's why Whitney was so great. Because when you hear singers or organs or a saxophone hit a higher register, it catches your eye, it catches your attention. So I look for things like that, where the musician or the artist really climbs up those registers and gives you a real eye-opening moment in that song. And I try to use it in sections of the song, to where really, if you're rocking to the song and you hear that, you it really creeps up on you. So those are the kind of things I look for.
That's dope. Okay. So with that being said, who would you like to produce for?
Man, the list is so long, man. The list, Big Crit, J. Cole, those are my Kendrick, those are the guys I would just really spend hours and hours just gleaning from. And those are the guys that I study from.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to be unique and say I really want to produce for somebody, it would probably, I don't know. It'd probably just be my favorite artist, like Hove or something, because my favorite artists use the producers that I like.
Uh-huh.
So Ninth Wonder, Dr. Dre, all those guys, No ID, Kanye, all my favorite artists use those type of people that do this sampling thing.
Yeah.
And J. Cole samples a lot too, as well as Big Crit.
Yeah.
So, and they sound great over that stuff. So I would want to do something like that for my favorite artists, and just try to, add my own little style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are producers important? Because like you said, a lot of people don't go back to their roots, and
Right.
that's sort of why beats sound repetitive.
Mm.
But why are producers important also in the music game?
Well, again, going back to the origin of production is DJing.
Mm-hmm.
And without DJing, there was no hip hop. So the DJ would provide the beat for whoever was rapping, whoever was MCing, and eventually over time the DJ evolved into producing. And so it's the same token, Without the producer, you have a message, yeah, but without the producer, it's just poetry, And so adding music to poetry makes it rap.
Yeah.
And that's what's important about rap culture and hip hop culture, is that you're adding different elements to create something. It's not just the music, and it's not just the lyrics, it's not just the rapper, it's not just the singer. It's everything working together to create hip hop. So that's I think the producer is underlooked, but his importance is felt.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Okay. So this is your first EP. I'm sure you're already cooking up another one.
Yeah.
When can we expect that, or when can we expect you to collab with an artist coming up?
I am going to collab with some artists, and a lot of people might know him. I don't want to say his name. I just want it to be like a surprise.
Okay.
But November 17th, I am dropping. That'll be next week, I think.
Yeah.
I am releasing an EP called "Can't Hold Me."
Okay.
It's basically it's the continuation of Young Gifted and Blacks. So if Young Gifted and Black was like a declaration, like I'm here. Can't Hold Me is just I'm confident.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I put my mind to, and I can say that honestly because I'm getting better by the day, you know. And so November 17th is when I'm looking to
drop the next one. Okay, that's what's up. Well, I want to thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, appreciate it.
No problem. I think you're awesome. I think you're dope. Any artists, hit him up. Also listen to his new EP, Young Gifted and Black, and the new one coming out November 17th. Be ready for that one because he's coming hard. He's very soulful, so be ready. He's taking you to church. This is Tyler Khimani with Orgasmic, and this is Scrappy Doo, and we're signing out.